Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Derek Afasi. I'm the owner of Afasi Financial Group and RetireSharp.com. Today's topic I want to discuss with you in depth how to avoid the biggest retirement. Multiple years out from retirement or currently retired, how do you stay retired forever? So I'm going to break down each big mistake, and there's multiple mistakes out there, but I want to, and a lot of these mistakes actually work in tandem. So I want to try to expose some of these mistakes. Hopefully you're not doing these mistakes and you're able to fix it in time, to make sure that you can also, live that healthy, retirement lifestyle, and make sure that you're just super confident in retirement, because you do have those different areas covered and you're understanding the pros and cons of each situation. So the very first mistake I want to tackle is running out of money. And a lot of individuals don't realize, how this occurs, and all of a sudden they're looking at their account right when they retire, and a couple of years go by, and all of a sudden they look back at their account and they go, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna run out of money in the next couple of years. What went wrong?" And in order to truly understand this, you have to realize what happened with retirement planning, what happened with employer-sponsored retirement accounts, and then what is the risk for typical individuals as they're getting closer to retirement, or they're currently in retirement. Why is this such a problem now of running out of money? And back in the day, and individuals still are offered these types of plans, an individual would work for a company and they would give X amount of years of service, so 20, 30 years worth of service, and they were offered something through their employer known as a defined benefit plan, also known as a pension plan. So I give the example a lot. I say my grandfather was an elevator mechanic for the city of New York. He was offered a pension plan. He started working for them in his late 20s, and they said, okay, if you give 30 years worth of service, by the time you're age 55 in his case, you've given 30 years worth of service. We will give you a set retirement income stream as a thank you for working for this company, an incentive to stay loyal to us. Make sure that you're working hard, and therefore we'll make sure that your retirement is set up for you so you don't have to try to invest your dollars on the back end. So life used to be a lot more simple. Individuals would work those 20, 30, 40 years in some cases, and then understand that they're having a set retirement dollars, just like Social Security income. There would be money left for them every single month that would get paid to them that they didn't have to work, so that when he retired, he's able to receive his pension income, able to receive Social Security income if he was age 62, and hopefully those two combinations of income would be able to suffice what him and my grandmother's expenses were. Well, unfortunately, there was a shift that took place. You had the branch of a government was created known as ERISA in 1974, and later on came about 401k related plans, the implementation of 401k related plans in 1978. This is important because rather than that defined benefit plan where an individual would go to work, that company would define exactly what that benefit was going to be. When this ERISA Act was created and then you had the implementation of 401k plans, it now took that risk from the employer, from the entity, and threw it onto the employee. So now, rather than a defined benefit plan, you have these plans known as defined contribution plans, which says, okay, you're going to be working for this company. We might incentivize you to start planning, start putting money aside for retirement, known as a company match, but ultimately it's all on you. If you're making $100,000 in a given year and you decide to put 10% of your salary into your 401k plan, your 401k is going to grow by the contributions going into that bucket, and however well you chose those different options, your different investment options related to that 401k, and whether that received a rate of return would make this bucket increase. If, let's say, you added contributions that year and the rate of return was negative, well, you might have a decrease in that bucket regardless of how many years you've been contributing to it. So the point that I'm trying to make is, rather than have that security of saying, I had a pension plan or I have a pension plan, now individuals, majority of individuals, are on their own, and they're trying to create strategies to really maximize that rate of return on their 401k related plans, because they're trying to make this bucket as large as possible so that when they retire, they could siphon through these monies a specific way and make sure that they're not outliving their money. So if they retire at age 65, they're hoping that their rate of return will stay consistent, and also be able to pull out X amount of thousands of dollars per per month, per year, that will suffice exactly what those expenses are. So the entire retirement game has really shifted on its head. So rather than, now you still have some companies, it is very rare,